Hello and welcome back into Syosset here in the Islanders Iceworks for the second of three play-in games in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League playoffs. Here in Game 2, it's the Massapequa Chiefs, number 17 from Conference 1, up against the number 2 team from Conference 2 in the Manhasset Great Neck Indians. Welcome into the Long Island Sports Network, everyone. My name is Ian Binky. We are just about set for action as the Chiefs try to hold their place in Conference 1. The Indians trying to move up to Conference 1 from Conference 2 after a phenomenal season which saw them second with an 11-4-0-1 record. 6-1 in the last 7 are the Manhasset Great Neck Indians, but we'll start with a highlight on Massapequa so far. They had 6-9-1 this season in what was really a competitive Conference 1 all the way through. Really closely contested games all the way from the top all the way to the bottom. And this team is, you look at that record 6-9-1, you think not too great, but a goal difference of only -6. So a lot of really close games that just have not gone their way this season for Massapequa. And they look for a big win here to keep their spot in the top conference, stay with the top dogs, and move on to the quarterfinals. A couple of players to keep an eye on. Jack Insana for the Chiefs, 13 goals and 10 assists. With the leading point scorer, Hudson Schnatter. Schnatter with 10 goals and 16 assists. 26 points leads the way for this squad. On the other side, for Manhasset Great Neck, they're looking to move up, and they're a really complete team. A lot of scoring from all over the depth chart, and they have a really solid defense as well, only allowing just over 2 goals per game. That's been the help of some great defense, some great special teams. They've gone 4 straight games here down the stretch without allowing a power play goal while scoring 5 shorthanded goals of their own over the course of this season. But the big change has been between the pipes, with William Sylvia making a huge impact, well, up until the last game for Manhasset Great Neck, which was a loss to Farmingdale. William Sylvia was undefeated. He finished the season with a 7-1 record, save percentage of .905, a GAA of 1.61. And while those stats are good on their own, it's even better when you learn that William Sylvia, he's still in middle school. He's only 13 years old, and he's putting up stats like this. So Sylvia, should he scratch in for this game, has the chance to do something special, help his team secure promotion to Conference 1 with a long and promising career ahead of him. But he has to win this game first. Manhasset Great Neck have to knock off the team from Conference 1 in Massapequa. We'll bring you all the action after this break right here on the Long Island Sports Network. We are set for action here in the second play-in game. The number 2 team from Conference 1, or rather from Conference 2 in Manhasset Great Neck against the number 7 team from Conference 1 in Massapequa. Goaltending matchup here in this one, as we highlighted in the pregame. Will we see the middle schooler in William Sylvia in net? And as it pans out, Manhasset Great Neck go with the experience. And Udit Surrey scratching in, making his playoff start. 4-3, 0-1 in the regular season for Surrey. A 2.58 GAA, save percentage just south of 900. So really you couldn't go wrong with either netminder. But Sylvia starts this one on the bench. On the other side, Connor Coyle goes for Massapequa. He started 15 of their games this season. 3.73 GAA with a save percentage of 864. Face-off is dropped at center ice, and we are underway. Massapequa in the yellow. They possess it first. This is dumped in. The Indians go to chase it down. It's tipped along on the near side. Giorokakis takes a shove. Leaves over to the far side, looking for a teammate there in Gorenstein. No luck finding him. Giorokakis pokes this along to Soromakis. Soromakis fires. Stick save by Connor Coyle. It stays in play. Back to the far side. Giorokakis kicks this down to keep it in. Manny Giorokakis behind the net for Manhasset Great Neck. Spins, looks for more room. Takes it right in front. Coyle traps that down to get the save. We mentioned the depth of this Manhasset team and a lot of talented players all throughout the roster. Giorokakis, no exception. The senior, product of the Long Island Edge hockey program. And the Edge are a team that we're playing just as we got in here, the 15U team. As that's right out in front, they score! Manhasset Great Neck on the board first and real early. Puck that just comes out in front. And right there to cash in is Jake Sylvia. Just jamming it through, enough daylight and Connor Coyle's pads to allow it to find its way home. Seven goals on the regular season for Sylvia, as this goes down for icing as the sophomore pots one home. And as we were saying in game one with the Long Beach club team playing a game earlier today, as we arrived here in the rink to get things set up, the Long Island Edge 15U team was getting set up as well, and a couple players from this Manhasset team, after they were done with their game with the Edge, found them with their varsity jackets on, taking a quick look at the other play-in game before getting dressed, getting ready for this one. Here's the Chiefs moving through with it, taking a hit there as this dumped in. Greg Noli beaten out to it. It's chipped free to Sylvia. Jake Sylvia just dumps in, tail end of his shift. First one that saw him get the opening goal of this play-in game. 1-0 Manhasset Great Neck if you're just joining us. First play-in game saw Long Beach, the 6-1 win to stay in a Conference 1 off the challenging Rockville Center. So they set to match up with Half Hollow Hills in the quarterfinals. Game that should prove to be really interesting. Both of the regular season matchups went to overtime. One a Hornets win, one ended in a tie. But of course, when you hit the playoffs, the ties goes by the wayside. You gotta have a winner. Could see that one go beyond the 45 minutes. Here's the Chiefs applying pressure, trying to find out some room. Alex Morris stays in, and a long shot scooped up by Udit Surrey. You talk about the goaltending tandem here for Manhasset Great Neck. Probably the best tandem in all of Conference 2. Went into the year figuring Surrey would be the go-to guy, but the middle schooler, William Sylvia, played so well, couldn't deny him a starting role. And after a little bit of a slow start on the campaign for Manhasset, he really turned things around. 7-0 through his first 7 games. Weren't able to get a win in the last game of the year against Farmingdale. And that really put this Manhasset team on the edge of their seats as the puck nearly turned over to Aiden Rena. As that put Rockville Center in a position, if they got a win over Oceanside, a team that finished the season in 9th in Conference 2, they could have been forced, this Manhasset team, could have been forced to play Long Beach, and which was going to be a tough matchup for any team, no matter who played them. But as it turned out, Oceanside played spoiler, got the upset, and set up this matchup between the Indians and the Chiefs. Flipping out on the far side, Vaughn Winter. Winter moves it on. This has some room for Jack and Sana. And Sana looking for a man in front. Great ceiling defense. Still some room up high. The shot wide. Hudson Schnatter chasing this down. Far side. Collapsing from the point, Billy Skirba. Schnatter tried to force it through to Michael Snow. Couldn't do it. As it's pounded right back in, though. Pressure starting to mount now for Massapequa. Girukakis knocked down, but still able to move it to Sormokas. A centering pass deflected, heading up the other way. Here comes Massapequa. Hudson Schnatter. Schnatter fires, glove saves Surrey, and he holds on to it. And for Udit Surrey, this is a chance to not only get his team up to Conference 1, but he's still young as well. Surrey is just a sophomore playing in his rookie season at the varsity level. So 2 rookie netminders have done a fantastic job this season for Manhasset as Tumbicus chases this down. Along with Mikey Mondiello. Mondiello caught up in there. He is out in front. There's a shot. Saved by Connor Coyle. Took that away from Connor Stoneking. Massapequa fire this all the way down. Is it on target? A rolling puck. Won't have enough on it for icing. A little bit of good luck there for Massapequa. As this is fired all the way down by Manhasset, that will be icing against the Indians. No icing on one side results in icing at the other end. So faceoff comes back down to Udit Surrey's left. Still got one more play-in game coming up later tonight. What is still a packed house here at Islanders Iceworks. The 8th place team from Conference 1 in Roslyn, trying to fend off a fantastic Garden City Wings team. Indians again fire this down, but this one is on target. So Coyle has to play it. No icing against Manhasset. Massapequa trying to set something up over to the near side. Matt Conboy. Conboy over to Morris. He dumps in. Uvicus over to the far side, but that's held in by Nick Fleischer. Fleischer sends down low. Some help from Alex Malios trying to clear for Manhasset. Elishvili over there as well, but it's still on the boards. Now picked up by Evan Cho. Cho had it taken away by Fleischer. Fleischer gave it right back to Eli Elishvili. Elishvili flips in. He heads off for a change. Manhasset change on the fly. This puck turned over. Coyle with a save right in front. Good work by Ethan Tamari, just hanging in on that play. Could have easily just gone off for a change, but Instead, tail end of his shift, got a quality shot off, forcing Coyle to make a save. Puck comes behind the net. Gunnar McIntyre applying the pressure. Bodies flying around a little bit there. Good check from Manhasset Great Neck. Still in with Mark Dettori. Sent back around. Dettori was heading towards the slot. As the puck now belongs to Massapequa. They clear out. Long pass is a good one. Drop back to Schnatter. Schnatter couldn't control it. Sticks cancel out with Skirba on the near side. Skirba trying to feed it through to Schnatter. This comes through Skirba on a tip. One to nothing, Manhasset Great Neck lead. A long pass looking for Snow. Michael Snow couldn't knock it down. On the near side, Hudson Schnatter lost it. That's cleared out by Manhasset Great Neck. Looking to move forward. Instead, heading it back in, Jack Insana. Snow on the near side glass, tied up there. Manhasset Great Neck able to clear. Giru Kakis just dumps it in, hoping to get it back, but James Wolf starts to break out on the other end. Schnatter fights off the stick check. Hudson Schnatter still on it. The shot misses high. Trying to find some room against Udit-Suri. No luck there. But it's still in the attacking end as Massapequa goes ahead and switches up the D-man. This flip clear by the Indians over to the far side. Fleischer trying to get it back, but it's controlled by Manhasset Great Neck. And on the move, there's some room for Chris Soramokis. Just ran out of room before he got the shot off. 2-on-2, they move through neutral. A shot from Morris, he scores! Alex Morris with a laser, and we're tied. Just as soon as he gained the blue line, Alex Morris with an absolute missile. Don't have to wind up for the slapper. Just get enough torque on your stick on the wrister. And Morris up and over the shoulder of Udit-Suri has us all level, 1 goal apiece. 10 goals on the regular season for Alex Morris, and he has opened Massapequa's campaign in the postseason. Figured this one was going to be a really good game. 2 evenly matched programs here. Both fighting for that spot in Conference 1, fighting for a spot in the quarterfinals. This one comes through, a save from Coyle. Rebound behind the net. This trickles through, but back on the near side. Now some room for Morris once again. Alex Morris this time just sends around the blender. Comes into the far side corner. Gavin Morris picks it up, but not for long. And that's a Great Neck trying to clear. This is a delayed offside. Puck just got across the blue line before Squires played it. Back to the far side here. Chipped in by Manhasset Great Neck. They're changing the D-men out there. Looking for Mondiello in the slot. Pass blocked. Possessed now by Conboy. Conboy hurried along by Sylvia. Jake Sylvia just pins him against the boards. Back along. Nearing 5 minutes to go in an eventful first period. All tied at 1 after the goal from Alex Morris. It's sent back along near side to Winter. Ren Hooter chases this down for Manhasset Great Neck. Plays over to Mondiello. Elishvili tips it out into neutral. Ren Hooter here for the Indians. Looking to get it going with Eli Elishvili. Tipped up in the air. And some issues clearing the zone for Manhasset Great Neck. Hooter tries the far side this time, but met there at the blue line once again. This glove down. They say it did take a tip off a Manhasset defender, so no hand pass call. Now they're able to clear. Get that line change they were looking for. Clock continues to roll in the first. Good check by Kim on the far side. Keeps it in here. Manhasset trying to go on the attack. Ethan to Mary on the far side, looking for space, looking for a passing partner, none found. Turned over to Massapequa. But then give it right back to Eli Elishvili. Elishvili fires, his shot deflected. Comes behind for Livingston with Massapequa. Bryce Livingston breaks it out. Sent to the far side. That's where it's chased down, but to no avail. Reset, nearly turned over. Now more room for James Wolf. Wolf to Noli, trying to mine the blue line, unable to do it. Behind the pack pass to Murray. Callum Murray, that is. Chases it. Now has it behind the net. Looking for Malios at the point, never reached him. This does stay in, if only for a moment. Back out with Noli. Greg Noli passes off to Gagliano. Bounced off of a linesman there. Now second try, Greg Noli dumps in. Both teams doing a good job of getting the puck in deep to set up the line change. As here's a shot from Noli, hit as he fired. And Judith Surrey with an easy stop. Face off to the right side of Surrey, who has seen his workload ramp up here after his team struck first. Near side, Manny Giarukakis. Giarukakis dumps in, try to get it back. It's fought for along the boards. Comes over to Daniel Perlman. Perlman, try to give it back down low. Back along the near side. Massapequa take possession. Skirba, he chips in. This goes off the outside of the net. And now picked up by Max Wong. Wong just clears his lines. Ren Hooter on it now. Giarukakis hoped to get that along, but Skirba picks off. Extended stick from Giarukakis. Nearly found its way to Daniel Perlman. Instead, heading back the other way. Here's a shot in Sana. That's blocked off the skate of Hooter. Back to Michael Snow behind the net. Hooter wipes out behind his crease. No harm, no foul as it comes up the other end. Nice move on. Here's a shot. That's saved by Coyle on a good look on from Daniel Perlman. Perlman on the back end of his time on the ice. Got all he could muster on that shot. But Coyle, good positioning, took the angle to shoot away. Minute 42 to go in this first period. Evenly contested. 1 goal apiece. Looking for it out in front of backhander. Coyle shut it down. Still there, fed on by Mondiello. And covered up. Connor Coyle, no chance to shoot there as his defense gives him the props. Love to see that from a defense too, acknowledging the netminder when he helps them out a little bit. Some issues keeping the net front clear from Massapequa, but that doesn't really hurt you if your goaltender is able to shut down that pass before it reaches the slot. And that's Great Neck win the face-off, but Matthew Kim tumbles down along the boards. Mikey Mondiello kicks it right in front. Sylvia a chance. Save Coyle. Rebound cleared out. Maybe a chance at the other end. Here's Gavin Morris chipping in. You know, he gets it back. Gavin Morris tried to go across his body, ill-advised. Heads up the other end. Nice chip to create space. Connor Stone King. Stone King moves in. Strong on the puck. Backhand pass looking for Sylvia. That's Jake Sylvia, but no luck on that pass. Under a minute to go in the first. Moving in, Mondiello. Unable to control it across the blue line. Alex Morris has the opening goal for Massapequa, trying to get it out of his own end. Unable to do it. Pass intended for Malios near side, picked off by Gavin Morris. Comes across to the far side as Massapequa try to break out, and some room for Nick Fleischer. His team in the midst of a change. Fleischer just leaves off. And possession given back to Manhasset Great Neck, who also headed for a change. Final shift here in this first period, 15 seconds to go. It's a long-range slapper deflected. That's a really smart play off of Wong, so no icing. Last chance for Skurba, fires wide of the net. And that's how the first period comes to an end. 1 goal apiece. And an evenly contested and hard-fought opening 15 minutes. Take a quick timeout as this one ramping up. Getting set for the second period. Manhasset Great Neck 1, Massapequa 1 on the Long Island Sports Network.
I always think about like wearing long johns because Mike always does that. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't need it. It's like if you only work with one knee, yeah, it's sticking in. There's no more like a brace or something. Just go straight through. It is like an energy drink. Which one is you got? Is you? So I could differentiate the numbers. Either way. You're not me. No? I'm a 4-4-3. I think the other one was Rowan. Like something like that. Makes sense. Yeah, because Rowan was supposed to work. They didn't say that, but they got moved to the JV. I never even knew it. Yeah. It was one of those because like usually at Hawker they have like a vendor thing, so we had to see. It was half that. But I paid $5 for it again. No. But that was like me taking a chance on these. I was like, I don't know, it doesn't say a price, and then that's why it doesn't. Yeah, that's why it doesn't say.
Ready to go in the second period between Massapequa and Manhasset Great Neck. Through one period of play, all level at 1. Jake Sylvia broke the deadlock early on in the first for the Indians, but the Chiefs would respond on a fantastic wrister, a long-range wrister at that from Alex Morris. We'll see who can get the first goal of the second, or will either team get the upper hand? That remains to be seen, but we are underway in the middle frame. Working back with it here on the attack first, Michael Snow and Massapequa. But heading back up the other end, Manny Giarukakis for Manhasset Great Neck. He tries a long-range shot, blocker down by Connor Coyle. Tumbling down, Manny Giarukakis took a check, crumbled down back to his skates, as now it comes free. A couple players still tied up in a board battle. Comes back for Giarukakis, couldn't lift it up. Tried to lift that shot up and over Connor Coyle, no luck doing it. Now numbers the other way for Hudson Schnatter. Michael Snow trying to get it in front, deflects up to the top. Skurba fires and hit a stick in front. Dead and right down, now cleared out. Soromokas shoved down. What a huge check. Right in front by James Wolf. Here's a shot from Schnatter. That's saved by Judith Surrey, still in goal. Wolf at the point. He fires, saves Surrey. He holds on. Take another look at that huge check from James Wolf. I'll be coming here at the tail end of this replay. Potential numbers for Manhasset Great Neck, but how do you shut that down? Just take the man right out of the play. Hitting the deck, Chris Soromokas after the big check from James Wolf. It's one thing you figure to see a lot more of as playoff hockey continues here in the Islanders High School Hockey League is that physicality. Jake Sylvia Tries to pass across to Stone King. That's deflected, then picked off. Stone King still chasing this down, though. His stick tied up. He couldn't play it. Now got it free, but Alex Morris takes it away. Morris trying to clear. Has Fleischer with him, but Stone King still sticking with it. Sylvia comes in. He presses his man up against the boards. And Nick Fleischer. This comes free with Massapequa. Along the near side, Fleischer trying to find its way to Gavin Morris. Now he finds it right in front of his bench. Morris trying to jag it around the defender there. Instead, leaves it down low. Now it's picked up. Pass was in the skates of Kaysen. So it's turnover, heading over the other way. The pass looking for Mondiello, never found him. A little bit of trouble with that, Alex Morris, but despite the pressure from Ethan Tamari, this comes back along. Kaysen couldn't settle it, so it's chased back by Ryan Simpson. Kaysen nearly turned over to Eli Elishvili. Instead, Gagliano finds it at center. Gagliano tried the shot, forgot the puck. Back along to Greg Noley. To the near side. And back to the far, Greg Noley. Looking out in front. Puck up in the air. And now this cleared out. Pass was looking for Jackson Kilkenny in the middle. But it was tipped up by a defender's stick. This attempted dump is deflected. Eli Elishvili picks it up. Elishvili fires off the leg of Conboy. Elishvili to it first. His defenders were changing. The puck comes up the other end. Kilkenny chasing this down. On the far side, collapsing was Noley. Now it comes through with Tamari, 2-on-2. Back end of the shift. Tamari's shot blocked. Still there for him. Ethan Tamari has Tumbekas with him. Back to the far side, Greg Noley with Kilkenny. He tried to play the puck with his skates. Didn't have the balance. He also didn't have a stick. Tried to make the most out of a bad situation and just wiped himself out. On the clear, here's Tumbekas. Tumbekas left along. Back over to Insana. Insana over to Michael Snow. It's cut off by Manhasset Great Neck on the attempted dump in. Harry Tumbekas over there, far side. Over on the move, Mark Dettori. Dettori is in, he shoots and scores! Mark Dettori gets Manhasset Great Neck back in front. Just enough space there for Dettori. Left one-on-one with the defender, then goes to his backhand side. It skated right around him. And then the goaltender, Coyle, went for the poke check. A lot of room up high. Dettori able to elevate and celebrate. Dettori, just one goal in the regular season. But we've already seen tonight some unsung heroes coming through in a big way in the postseason. Dettori gets the second goal of the night for Manhasset Great Neck. They're back out in front. Don't expect Massapequa to take that laying down. Let's see them ramp up the attack. This pass cut off by Alex Morris. Puck stalling out right here at the scoring table. Then knocked back to Gavin Morris. That goes off the skate of a forechecker. And a long pass looking for Fleischer. Nearly found him. Does take a tip. So play continues here. Puck behind the Manhasset net. Back over in neutral. Billy Skirba picks it up. Moves it in himself. Skirba just shoves his man down. Physical play from the blue liner. He heads back to help out. Daniel Perlman, physical play, shoved Notley down to the ice. As Jake Sylvia returns the favor that time on Jackson Kilkenny. Some big hits here in this game. Both teams getting involved in the physical play. And if nothing else for Manhasset Great Neck, even if they don't win this game, they've proven that they can compete at the top level. If you're going to compete in Conference 1, you need to go blow for blow with the physical play, and they've done just that. Some big hits from both teams, and that one, pretty solid crunch from Connor Stone King on the far side. Jake Sylvia trying to get out of there. Jackson Kilkenny picks it up for Massapequa. Flipping on. Here's Kaysen. Kaysen wiped out as he fired a shot on. Saved by Judith Surrey. Just fired all the way down by Manhasset Great Neck. Not enough on this for icing, rules the officials. So it's settled down by Ryan Simpson for the Chiefs. Insana. Nice lead pass. It finds its target. The shot from Morris. Up and high. Goes off the glass, then off the net. Take a look back at that check just moments ago. Manhasset Great Neck trying to clear the puck out. Rather, trying to keep the puck in. On the breakout, Kilkenny takes a big check from Jake Sylvia. These Sylvia brothers can really play. Both of them are young. We mentioned the goaltender, William Sylvia, still in middle school. Jake Sylvia, just a sophomore. So force, that's going to stick around for a long time coming here for Manhasset Great Neck. Puck taken here by Cho. Cho fires. Good stick by Simpson. Blocked that. This puck thrown down. It's played with a hand and now touched up by Alex Malios. So they go ahead and figure that touching that puck up was the lesser of the two evils rather than allowing a break for Massapequa. Faceoff comes into the defensive end for Manhasset Great Neck after the hand pass. Face-off won by Massapequa. Greg Noli sends down low, looking to get that one through. Still with Anthony Gagliano, has to fight for it. Comes free over in the middle. Chopped at the blue line by Conboy. Holds in. Looking to move. Gagliano takes down low out in front. The shot never came through from Jackson Kilkenny despite the nice setup. Kilkenny at the point. Going for the pass, the blue liner, then in the shot, well wide. Matt Conboy, when it had the slap look. Callum Murray, unable to clear for the Indians. Mark Dettori gave some help. And then the shot, that's held on to, and the player down in the corner. .556 to go in the second period. Massapequa trailing Manhasset Great Neck 2-1. As an injured player from the Chiefs being tended to, we'll step aside right here and bring you the action when we come back. injured player on the play was Greg Noley, able to get back to the bench with some help from his teammates. We hope he's okay. As play continues here. It's chipped in by Manhasset. Great net. Good hustle from Manny Girokakis to get to it. In turn, he takes a nice hit from Matt Comboy. Player calling for the pass, but a miscue. With an attempted breakout from Alex Morris. Couldn't get all of it on the pass. Morris now trapped in his own end. Has some help. Heads through to Insana. Jack Insana dumps in. Cut off by Ren Hooter, but he's sent flying by Alex Morris. Allows the puck to stay up on the far side boards. Morris still fighting for it. Now it comes free. Pass over. That's deflected, still loose. NYIHSHL got a piece of that centering feet. Puck left behind by the Indians. Another shot from Morris, covered up by NYIHSHL. Alex Morris has been a force you can't ignore in the attacking zone so far tonight for Massapequa. Of course, he has that goal, but just been buzzing whenever he's on the ice. Wouldn't be surprised if Massapequa would go ahead and double shift him. Just try to give every reason possible to keep him out on the ice, and why not? He's been having a great night. Justin Wolf keeps this in at the blue line. Centering feed comes up to the point. Kept in by Billy Skirba. Back to the side of the net. Nick Fleischer. He lost it. Now gets it back. Fleischer ties his shot. That's blocked. Got a piece of Tumbakis in front of net. Wolf stick tied up and cleared out by Manhasset. Great neck. This will not be enough. And it said it took a tip anyways. No icing against the Indians. And it's now recollected and neutralized by Matthew Kim. Kim tries for Sylvia. He couldn't settle it. 4 minutes to go in the second period. Go ahead goal so far in this one. Scored by Mark Dettori as that goes up and out of play. See if Massapequa can mount a response. Try to keep their spot in Conference 1, work their way through to the quarterfinals. Played off the glass, then over to Kaysen. Snow left this along. Fighting for it, and player sandwiched and Cho. As this comes all the way down, it will be icing against the Chiefs. Face-off comes back into the Massapequa defensive end, or to the right side of Connor Coyle. Face-off won by Manhasset. Great neck, but chance to clear immediately as it comes over, and Indy attacking in Jackson Kilkenny. Tumbling down to a knee, Anthony Gagliano. It's flipped up and then off a stick. Ryan Simpson settled it down, then dumps back in for Massapequa. Loose puck, chasing for it. NYIHSHL couldn't clear. Long shot for the point, trickles in! Billy Skirba, look what I found. It's a goal, we're tied at 2. Another pardon that might have been Ryan Simpson. We'll see here on the replay. I think that was Simpson. Just a deflection off a defender in front. You saw the smack of the stick right on the ice immediately after. But Ryan Simpson, right from the blue line, 1 goal in the regular season, 1 goal in the postseason. ties us at 2. Conboy over to Alex Morris. So the last 2 goal scorers here in this game been players with only 1 goal in the regular season. They've matched their total through 16 games in under a full game. And a game that has not disappointed. Non-stop action throughout has seen us in a deadlock. 2 goals apiece. Two-on-two board battle here near side. Finally gotten free. Now right back into one in the corner. More players come in for Manhasset. Great neck trying to clear. Matthew Kim tries the far side to get it out. Held in by Bryce Livingston. Then second effort. Gets back out into neutral. Conboy settles down looking for Alex Morris. Couldn't get enough on that to set it up. Puck turned over behind the net. Out to Morris. Morris lost it on the stick handle as it's cleared out with the Torre. Martin Torre dumps in as Manhasset Great Neck head off for a change. Long pass. Comes over to Schnatter. Hudson Schnatter thought about a shot. Thinks better of it. Pass over to Alex Morris. Bounced off his stick. Morris fighting for it though. Comes back to his blue liner. Insana's shot blocked hard as Giroukakis chases it down against Conboy. A collision there. Some fans wanted a penalty. Not going to get one. Puck stays in. Giroukakis reaches for it. Settles it down. Manny Giroukakis. Left along. Looking to get it over to Soromakis. But Soromakis unable to find a receiver on the pass. Insana calling for it. Now he gets it. Jack Insana. Looks for space, fires, shot blocked. As Soromakis takes to the far side, the backhand flip in. 30 seconds to go in the second period. A long pass right at the blue line. Fleischer had his pass up in the air, then knocked down right out in front. The shot comes right through. Gavin Morris unable to get enough on the tip. Winter, his pass blocked, cleared out by Manhasset Great Neck. Maybe a chance for them to move. One more shot that goes well wide. Over along the board, still there. The backhander through, and Coyle caught off balance, but able to make the save as the second period comes to a close. We're all level after 1. We're all level after 2. Third period coming up between Massapequa and Manhasset Great Neck. Still, nothing to separate these squads on the Long Island Sports Network.
Kenny's like the name of that show. Yeah. He said it once, and I waited and I saw it. I heard you say it now. That's crazy.
Great hockey.
Oh yeah. He's got the long hair too. Their jerseys are so cute.
Oh yeah.
Manhasset Great Neck and Massapequa all level at 2 goals apiece through 30 minutes. Ian Binky with you here on the Long Island Sports Network. Can anything separate these squads in the third? Or are we destined for an extra frame? Mark Dettori made it 2-1 Indians just 5 minutes into the second period. But then the response on a deflection in front of goal, Ryan Simpson, the benefactor. Level this at 2, that's where we stand. Underway in the third period as Manny G. Rukakis dumps in for Manhasset Great Neck. The Indians trying to move up to Conference 1. Massapequa trying to defend their spot and set up a date with Belmore Merrick Bulldogs. This puck tipped up and out of play. Up and into the netting right there, so the face-off stays right in the attacking end for the Indians. I mean, that's great. Next scored just 55 or so seconds into this one. And get the official look here. It was 51 seconds in. Jake Sylvia scored. At the same point here in period 3, but doesn't seem that will be the case as Massapequa break this out. Chipped along by Michael Snow. Snow leaves one along to Gagliano. Gagliano trying to get it out in front. It goes off a defender's leg. Kicked out of the scrum. And now some room for Manhasset Great Neck. They use this chance to change units. This is the second play-in game in the Islanders High School Hockey League. Second play-in game in this playoff format history. First one was a decisive win for Long Beach. And that's Great Neck looking for the first promotion through this method. Stone King chases this down. Loose stick on the ice, but doesn't prevent him from getting it over to Mondiello. Lucky Mondiello held up against the boards. Jake Sylvia gets it free. Sylvia turns. He tried a shot that's blocked by Gagliano. Then a loose puck picked up by Kilkenny. On the move, Jackson Kilkenny doesn't have the numbers. Massapequa changing. So he dumps in. Kilkenny still on the ice. Holding it in the attacking end. Puck behind the net, held there by Nick Fleischer. Jake Sylvia flips in, and it's rolling towards the cage. Just watched a little bit wide by Connor Coyle. Didn't need to play it. Mondiello left along. Pass comes to Sylvia, wide, still in front. Now held up by Connor Coyle. There's a commotion in front of net. Intensity ramping up in this game. So much on the line. Massapequa don't want to go down as this one comes out to neutral ice. So we get play started back up. Face off, won by Evan Cho. Then dumped in. Back over to James Wolf. One of a couple players who have had huge hits in this game. Nice play by Ren Hooter. Then the pass nearly found its way back over to Cho. Left over near side. Hooter back across. Alex Morris over on the far side, right in front of his bench. Hudson Schnatter with him if he can get it off the boards. Good hard play by Manhasset Great Neck there, just keeping it along, forcing Massapequa backwards. Now it comes out to Jack Insana. Insana's pass, looking for a man in Schnatter. He's got it. Hudson Schnatter rips off the shoulder of the netminder in Judith Surrey. He holds on to it. Still one more game here tonight in the play-in games of the 2023-24 Islanders Hockey League playoffs. That's Roslyn and Garden City, as there's a penalty coming up to Massapequa, as that is touched up. Hudson Schnatter heading off for this check. Clear as day penalty there against the boards. So now a huge opportunity. The first power play of the night comes in the third period. And it belongs to Manhasset Great Neck. Indians on the year, 9 power play goals, 15% execution rate. On the other side, Massapequa has had some struggles killing off the penalties, 74.5% on the PK. Early chance, backhand shot just goes wide. With Sormokas with the look. Comes back along to Perlman. Perlman along to G. Rukakis. Far side corner, Manny G. Rukakis held there. Back along behind the net, looking for Perlman. Player spinning around, looking for it, and ends up in front. Taken clear by the Chiefs. Sormokas back along to Evan Cho. Cho ran out of room. Alex Morris, short-handed look. Didn't have any room to work with the puck. Comes back along. G. Rokakis wants it near side. Instead, Sormokas takes it in himself. Sormokas crunched to the boards as it stays along. 2-on-2 board battle as Alex Morris tumbles to a knee. Players shoved down. Another penalty coming here. And interference called against Massapequa. Just a shove right there from Matt Conboy. Sends him to the box, and what an opportunity this is for the Indians. 59 seconds of 5-on-3 power play time. A kill could be huge to set up momentum for Massapequa. A goal would go tilt momentum the other way. This is a good start for the Chiefs. Sent down to Insana. He couldn't settle it. Setting up, Sormokas. Back at the point. Back to Sormokas. One more to the point. The shot Mondiello. Pad stop from Coyle. Comes behind the net. Chris Sormokas. Delays. Drops back. Gets it back from Hooter. One more to Ren Hooter. Hooter fires. Shot blocked. That was Wolf that got in the way. Comes back down low. One more, the backhand feed, ill-advised. Intercepted, then cleared down. Good work by Jack Insana to stay in the lane. One penalty expires. Hudson Schnatter out of the box. Still a minute to go on the 5-on-4. Schnatter getting stuck in right away, forcing the puck back, forcing Sormokas to hustle to this. Left along, and to it first, Hudson Schnatter. Schnatter has a 2-on-1. Here's a shot, they score! Anthony Gagliano back in front. First lead of the night for Massapequa. Sometimes when a player gets out of the box, they just go right to the bench. Schnatter stuck himself in, forced the short-handed break from the blue line. Fed it over to Anthony Gagliano. And the first lead of the night for Massapequa puts them up 3-2. Gagliano only had one goal in the regular season. It was a power play goal. His first goal of the playoffs comes while short-handed. Still some time to work now for Manhasset. Great neck of pack right in front. No clue where that puck is. It is somewhere in the gear of Connor Coyle. Great chance right in front for Ethan Tamari. He was looking for it. No idea where it was, then looked skywards when he realized it was underneath the netminder Coyle. This puck cleared all the way down by the Chiefs. Not quite all the way, but out to neutral ice. They can rest. Matthew Kim lost it to Schnatter. Schnatter with another look. Drags in on the backhand. Schnatter. Nothing to do with that as Alex Malios tied him up. But the penalty expires. Was not an uneventful power play. The chance to go ahead from Manhasset Great Neck ends up going the other way. With a shorthanded goal by Anthony Gagliano has given Massapequa their first lead of the night. 3-2, under 8 minutes to go in the third. Putting up the far side, kicked along by Alex Morris. Morris here still working with it. Lost it to Gunnar McIntyre. Morris back on it, a shot. One that the netminder never really saw in Udit Surrey, but it went wide. Massapequa hold it in. Now it's Morris. Comes down low. One more looking to get it back to Morris. Tipped up to the far side, but holding in. It's Billy Skirba. Skirba had it poked away. Good work by the Indians. They clear out, but not able to set up the attack. Schnatter. Nearly taken away, but instead Insana with the room. A shot high and wide. Insana shut down the near side. Manhasset Great Neck try the far, but that's held back in as well. Back to the top, Wolf. Wolf fires, glove save, rebound still there. No chance for Greg Nolly to get to it, and that's a great sign, seeing Greg Nolly back out on the ice. Nolly went down with that injury in the second period, but seems to be skating at full strength here. Ren Hooter passes to the far side, and this one nearly finding Chris Sormokas, but passed a little bit behind him. This glove down that go off the, no it did not, says the officials. It looked like it might have went off of a Massapequa player, but instead a hand pass against Manhasset Great Neck. Brings the puck back out of the attacking end. Good face-off win in neutral ice by Anthony Gagliano. For the moment, he has the go-ahead goal. Ren Hooter. Rather, that's Kim, Matthew Kim behind the net. And that's a Great Neck working up the far side. Nobody on the left wing to take that pass. Manny G. Rukakis, a nice hit. As the puck comes behind, Tahiri Tumbikas. Tumbikas leaves it up the near side. Back along in the corner. Manny G. Rukakis. No room to work. But Daniel Perlman follows it up. Forces it in. There's a shot. G. Rukakis tried to fire a loose puck. As that's covered, or not covered, and comes up the other end. Buying some time, Nick Fleischer left that behind as his team able to complete a change. Sent over, Sormokas. Chris Sormokas has Sylvia with him, wraps it around. Sormokas takes the point, finds room, fires, and scores! Chris Sormokas, we're level at 3. And he's fired up. A play that he set up all by himself. Teammates got in the lanes And a great screen right in front of net by Jake Sylvia made life extremely difficult on Connor Coyle. The shot from the point, and Soramokas buries it. Brand new hockey game here. It's Massapequa 3, Manhasset Great Neck 3, nearing 4.5 to go. This game delivering on every single promise. Figured it would be a closely contested game. It's been just that as Gavin Morris tries to drag in, but UNIT drew that puck first, and it's covered. Roslyn Spartans waiting on deck, as are the Garden City Wings. In fact, if you can hear the music playing in the background, I believe that is the Roslyn dressing room directly below us here in our broadcast perch. Connor Stoneking has some room for himself. The shot as he was taken down to the ice, well wide. Hudson Schnatter has some numbers. Schnatter passes over, the pass bobbled, and then a great block. That was Max Wong getting over there and then covering up is Yuri Sudit. But if it was not for the effort of Max Wong getting back to recover, 2-on-1 could have yielded a goal for the Chiefs. Face off to the right side of Unit 30, taken by Massapequa with a quick shot. Hit traffic in front, still loose. Comes back over, a backhander. That's blocked. Matthew Kim got in the way. Heading up the other end, Manny Girukakis. On the chip and chase, he collects it, comes out in front. Coyle caught a little bit off his mark, but no harm, no foul. Scrum along the boards as the puck now gets free. Awkward bounce off the glass. Comes down to Kristen Bakis. Bakis turned it over. Back over to Schnatter. Hudson Schnatter. Tied up. Great work defensively as player tripped down. Calls? Nope. Call there. Skirba. His shot blocked by sliding Girukakis. Player down on the far side is now play blown dead. Massapequa player, the intended to. We'll take a quick timeout. 2:52 to go in the third. All level at 3 between the Chiefs and the Indians on the Long Island Sports Network. Down player was Jack Insana. He's able to skate back to the bench on his own power, being attended to by the training staff for the Chiefs, but hopefully he'll be okay and can rejoin play when his line goes back out on the ice. Under 3 minutes to go. Tie hockey game. Next goal could be the last one here in this matchup between Manhasset Great Neck and Massapequa. Hooter gloves this down. Long aerial pass. That's gloved down and patted back in by Manhasset Great Neck. They scored first, and they've scored most recently. Goal from Chris Soramokas has us level at 3. There's a shot from Kim. Bounced wide. The shot on the back door. Missed. Still there. As it's settled down. Passed off to Soramokas. One more to the point. Ren Hooter. Hooter gives back to Soromokas. He tries to go down low to Perlman. That's chipped along. Back to the point, Matthew Kim. Kim hit a little bit too hard. It's cleared out. That is offside against the Indians. Bounced off of Kim on accident, but it's still an offside call either way. This game has been back and forth since the start. First goal came 51 seconds in. Behind the net, Harry Tumbikas looking to get it clear. Dead comes down low for the Chiefs. This tipped up in the air over to the far side. Nick Fleischer. Alongside Jack Insana, right back in action. Looking for some room. Players tied up. Alex Morris in the slot. Hands back to the point. A huge check from Mikey Mondiello. His man stayed somehow on his skates. Now cleared out. Mondiello collided with James Wolf. A little bit of a size mismatch there. Wolf, that was why he was able to stay on his skates with the puck at the other end. Minute to go here in the third. Extra period awaits. Wolf cuts in, and he's tied up. Lost his stick in the process as Sylvia clears this down. A change here for Manhasset Great Neck. They've got the fresher skaters. Pays dividends immediately as Ren Hooter cuts the pass off, and then Scuba. Billy Scuba puts the shoulder into Manny Giroukakis. Takes him out of the play. Back involved though, Giroukakis near side. Backhand flip up and out. As this puck trickles on goal, Connor Coyle covers up. And with 12.1 on the clock, an offensive zone face-off for Manhasset Great Neck. They want a timeout to talk things over, talk strategy. Here on the upcoming face-off to the right side of Connor Coyle. We'll take you back through this game. Topsy-turvy game that started 51 seconds in. Jake Sylvia. Fantastic goal set up by Harry Tumbikas. That made it 1-0. Sylvia, the sophomore, opening his playoff scoring campaign. Then Alex Morris, a little bit over halfway through the period, leveled it on a fantastic long-range wrister that got over Udit Surrey. Went into the break, tied at 1 after 1. Then in the second period, Mark Dettori, a nice effort to work in from the far side of the ice alongside Callum Murray. He scored to make it 2-1 Manhasset Great Neck. Then Ryan Simpson, a deflection goal. Level is at 2 after 2. Anthony Gagliano on a 2-on-1 with Hudson Schnatter. Fired it home to give Massapequa their first lead of the night. For the most recent goal, Chris Soromokas with the setup from Max Wong. Has us tied at 3 with 12 left. Face off to the right of Coyle. The tie-up comes back to the Indians, but then taken free by Schnatter. He turns on the afterburners, chasing down Max Wong. Will it be enough as it's held up along the boards, and we are headed to overtime. 45 minutes, not enough to separate Manhasset Great Neck and Massapequa. A spot in the quarterfinals and a spot in Conference 1 for the 24-25 campaign. At stake, next goal wins it right here on the Long Island Sports Network. We get set for the extra frame here at the Islanders Iceworks in Syosset. Look at overtime records so far this season. In the regular season, Manhasset Great Neck had 4 games go to the extra frame. They were 3-1 in those contests. Massapequa only went to overtime twice. They won 1 and tied 1. So the Chiefs undefeated in overtime, but Manhasset Great Neck the more experienced team in the extra frame with 3 wins. 4-on-4 overtime for the next 5 minutes. There's a face-off that is won by Manhasset Great Neck. Mondiello, the quick shot. Coyle saves. Spilled the rebound for a moment, but then finds it. And with 4-on-4 here, you don't have as much open ice as you would have in a 3-on-3. Still a lot of room to work. Hooter back at the point. Mondiello rips a shot pad. Stop Coyle. Rebound cleared out by the Chiefs. Not enough on it for icing. Ren Hooter has to go back to his own end. Hooter leaves it to the near side. Giroux Kakis pokes it along to Stone King. Connor Stone King along and pass a little bit behind his passing partner in, it was his line mate in Mikey Mondiello. First touch of the puck for Schnatter in Massapequa. Hudson Schnatter. Onside entry. Takes a crunch from Ren Hooter. Hooter takes it back from him. Chris Soromokas now on the puck. Game tying tally for Soromokas in the third has forced us here. Soromokas to the right. Onside entry after a nice jump from Daniel Perlman to stay onside. Kim gives over to Daniel Perlman. He's spun down, the puck found by Coyle, and he holds on to it. 3:38 to go here in OT. No ties here in the playoffs. You gotta have a winner. Next goal ends it. This one forced to the end boards. Daniel Perlman holds his man up, and Matt Comboy taken out to the far side, turned over to Soromokas. Soromokas dangles around, holds up, sets the motion. Takes it behind, looks for a lane. Chris Soromokas tries a shot off the pipe. Chris Soromokas with a great look. Just couldn't beat the iron, but here's a chance for Perlman. His shot blocked by Conboy. Another one missed wide. Conboy ailing out there after that block shot. Comes up the other end, a shot saved by Udit Surrey. Rebound there, but he covers up. And Matt Conboy, he's going to be feeling that in the morning, but if his team comes up with a win, I'm sure he won't mind. What a block shot from Matt Conboy. And now he's being tended to at the bench. At the other end, a pretty good save from Udit Surrey. Face-off won by Massapequa. Spinning pass to Insana. Insana fires, sticked away by Udit Surrey to the near side Wolf. Back on it now, Manhasset Great Neck. Malios. Hands over far side. There's a shot. Goes wide. Back to the near side. Jake Sylvia kept it alive. The pass from Stone King looking for Mondiello. Not tape to tape. Comes up with Schnatter. Hudson Schnatter wheels in. He fires, saves Surrey, and he holds it. Great look for Hudson Schnatter. Held goalless in this game. Not to say that he hasn't been trying. Been all over the ice. 200-foot player in Hudson-Schnatter. Defensive zone win by Manhasset Great Neck. On the puck, Giroukakis. Manny Giroukakis is cleared out. James Wolf with a big hit along the boards. Schnatter back on it for the Chiefs. Hudson-Schnatter wheels in, taken to the boards by Ren Hooter. Held along there. And left behind to Chris Soromokis. Soromokis finds some room near side. He brings it in with a minute and a half left, and then he's taken out. Massapequa going to the body to take their men out. Insana holds up, waits for reinforcements. Flips along to Schnatter, one more to Insana. Stick tied up by Soromokis. Now a one-on-one the other way. Giroukakis tries a shot, well high. Rebound still there, the backhander missed. 1 minute left to go in the overtime. At the other end, Insana brings it in, and that's swiped away by Matthew Kim. Alex Morris on the near side, pinned along. Connor Stoneking trying to get it out. He's able to do it. Possession stays with Kaysen and Massapequa. Alex Morris flips this along as he is checked hard by Mondiello. This is covered up by Judith Surrey as Mondiello wanted a penalty call on Alex Morris. Looked like he just finished the check. No harm in doing that. There is 30.5 seconds left on the board. Puck in the attacking end for Massapequa. Alex Morris set to take this face-off. Up against Mikey Mondiello as the linesman had to go fetch a loose stick from the other end of the ice. Tie up on the draw. It's possessed by Matthew Kim. Kim feeds to the far side, Stone King. Connor Stone King. He's checked hard. Still some room there for Manhasset Great Neck and Sylvia. Jake Sylvia stays with the play. 15 seconds left. Back along to Michael Snow. One last rush for Massapequa if they choose to use it. Puck left along, and they might not. This is along the boards, flipped along and into the Massapequa bench. The horn sounds. There was a solid 2 seconds left. But are they just going to say that's about it? That is what they're going to do. And folks, still nothing to decide this one. Players head to the bench. And we, I believe, are headed to another OT. But to be sure, there's another 5 minutes up on the board. Players hear from their coaches one more time. Some good chances at both ends of the ice in that first overtime. But still nothing to separate Massapequa and Manhasset Great Neck. Both these teams hungry to advance. So here we go for the second overtime. This one a little bit different. You get that open ice. It's a 3-on-3 overtime for the next 5 minutes unless someone scores. It's Mondiello. Mondiello, Soromokis, and Ren Hooter out there for Manhasset Great Neck. Schnatter alongside Skirba. And that is number 17 at the blue line, and James Wolf here for the OT. Possessed by Ren Hooter. Hooter, the drop pass, Mondiello. He's knocked down hard. Back in neutral ice. They recollect. Skipping a man. Goes through Sormokas. Nice pass through the shot. Patted aside. Mondiello had the look. Responded to by the pillow of Connor Coyle. Now a 3-on-2 the other way. Working in. There's a shot saved by Surrey. That was James Wolfe with the quick look. This is a game that needs a winner. Both teams deserving, but only one can get it. Defensive zone win by Manhasset Great Neck. They've been great at the faceoff dot tonight. Andy Girukakis with speed down the left wing. He's caught up to, but now finds some room. The pass deflected. Still along the boards. Girukakis held up by Matt Comboy. Now he gets free. Girukakis. Side of the net. Fed back behind to Connor Stone King. Stone King shoved down. Puck still along the near side. Stone King to the point, one-timer. Kim, that's tipped up in the air off the stick of Connor Coyle. Hudson Schnatter possesses for Massapequa. He has some speed. Schnatter moves in. Schnatter gets around his man right there. Here's a shot. They score! Jack Insana, game, set, match, Massapequa. And from being injured just a few minutes ago, Jack Insana gets the game winner. Fantastic effort from both squads. A game that if you could, you'd send both teams through. But in the end, 2 minutes and 50 seconds into the second overtime, Jack Insana sends the Massapequa fans home happy and sends the Chiefs through to the quarterfinals for a date with Belmore Merrick on Tuesday. Well, I don't know how you can follow that one up, but we've got one more right here from NYIHSHL. After they clean the ice, it's Garden City against Roslyn for the final spot in the play-in rounds. Hope you stick with us here. Once again, my name is Ian Banky. We've got one more here in NYIHSHL on the Long Island Sports Network.